Okay, and moving on into 11.2, we are going to talk about compound probability using the word and. So if you notice down here, it says or is a plus and is multiplying. So what we are moving on to now is we're moving on to all of the ands. So we're moving on to situations back to back that both happened. So not just an or happening. So what's the probability of taking out a red marble or a yellow marble? We're going to be talking about pulling out a red marble and a yellow marble. So for this, we have two different types of events. Today, we are going to talk about independent events, and tomorrow we are going to talk about about dependent events. So independent events usually occur with a little special word here, and this word is something called with replacement. So what with replacement means is that it is both events occurring with the same total probability for both of the events, whereas dependent events changes the total amounts. So with replacement is good because it means it stays the same. With replacement is the one you want to get. So this is the probability of A and B happening is simply going to be the probability of A happening times the probability of B happening. Okay, so for this, I want us to talk about example 11.2b on page 506. So it's example 11.2b on page 506. You can get your book, you can pause, get your book and follow along because I'm not going to take the time to write all of this out. So it says 8 marbles are hidden in a bag, 4 red, 3 blue, and 1 yellow. What is the probability of selecting 2 consecutive blue marbles with replacement? So I'm going to write that it's blue with replacement. The first thing I need to do is I need to know how many blue I have, okay, and how many total I have. My total is 8 marbles, and there are 3 blue in the bag. So my probabilities are going to be 3 out of 8 for the first blue times 3 out of 8 for the second blue, which is going to give us 9 out of 64. Okay? If we change that to a decimal, that is going to give us 0.141 as our final answer there. So this is what it means with replacement. So with replacement means I am going to, so here, let me get all my highlighters out for you. Okay, so here you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 highlighters. I've got 1 yellow, 2 blue, 2 orange, and 1 pink. So if it wants to know the probability of me taking out a yellow highlighter, that is 1 out of my 6 probabilities, okay? Now, when it says with replacement, it's me taking it out and then putting it back in. That's an independent event because it doesn't rely on the fact that I took out one of the yellows. So for my next event, I don't have to worry about the yellow not being there because I replaced it. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about what happens if I were to, say, take the yellow highlighter out and not put it back. So those are dependent events that are without replacement.